What is my camera doing? It wasn't doing that last week. Anywho, hello! I'm Anthony Salter, also known as Viridian of ViridianGames.com. Um, and this is my weekly stream. I'm sorry I missed last week. It was unfortunately unavoidable. But I'm back, and today we are going to add more stuff to Ultima 7 Revisited and make it look even prettier and better, and you guys won't believe some of the stuff that's gonna go in this week. I've seen some of it. It's amazing. Now, once again, I promised that I would fix these text buttons, and I have not fixed the text buttons. It's I'll do it eventually. Okay. This is another week where it's going to be very art heavy. Um, if you've been following me on Discord, then you know that I have this whole next week off now that WWE 2K25 is shipped. And so I'm going to focus on two things. Um, and they're both related to characters. First, I want you to be able to double click on a character and open a GUMP of what that character is holding, just like you can any other container, because all characters in the game are containers. And the second thing that I want to work on is starting on the conversation system. So that you right click a character and then you open their dialogue tree, and it'll come up on the screen here, and you'll have your responses and it's what you say down here, just like in the original game. I'm going to be using a slightly different font, and I'm also going to be doing a couple other things to make it easier to read. I'll have the original font in there eventually. I'm going to have to convert it from a bitmap to a true type font, though, and that's going to take a bit. Um, but let's, oh, I'm sorry about that. It's March. Here in Wisconsin, March is the month where winter and spring fight. So it'll be 60 degrees one day and 21 degrees the next. And that, I find, is when I get the sniffliest. When when the temperature goes up and down and up and down. Cold consistently is not too bad, but when it goes up and down, that's when I get sniffly. And I'm probably going to be sniffling throughout the stream. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, GabeFX22 says, hi there. Does everything sound okay, Gabe? Can you hear any weird audio issues? Can you hear the music? We're doing relaxing SNES music again. I love those. I find that they work really, really well for background streaming music. And it's also fun when people pop up and go, oh, I know that tune. Everything perfect. No music, though. Maybe I've got it too low. 1 second. Oh, now I hear it. Oh yeah. The previous track was kind of light. I'm still gonna turn it up a notch though, as long as it doesn't drown me out. There we go. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that'll be better. Okay. We have a new superstar on the Discord, and his name is. Hang on. Let me make sure I get his name right. Okay, turn streaming off so I can see people's names. Why are you doing this to me, Discord? Why? Why? Oh, I should probably tell everyone on Discord that the stream is starting. And there's the sniffles again. I'm so sorry. Okay, give me just 1 second. You're so professional, Anthony. I'm very fortunate that people pay me to code and not run a Discord or stream. Discord, 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 Discord. Communications, Discord. I turned streamer mode off, but I still can't see anybody's frickin'. Ah, it's One Crash 007. We have a new superstar in the Discord server churning out art. One Crash 007. Your rant has a whole bunch of groovy stuff. You're not going to believe some of the stuff he's got in. And basically, we're just going to keep prettying up the game, taking all this stuff that doesn't look quite right and, you know, replacing it with better stuff that looks good and fits the aesthetic. And so let's get started. I've got a list somewhere. Okay, let's start with One Crash 007's tables. He re-implemented a whole bunch of the more basic tables. Oh, for crying out loud. Sorry about that. It would be just my luck to get sick on my week off. Anywho, he re-implemented a whole bunch of tables, and I'm pretty sure this is one of them. Let's see, 890 F1? Yeah. Alright. So you can see this is my original cuboid table, and it looks weird because that's weird. And let's just fix it. Oh, mesh. There we go. Should be shape 890. He named all of his starting with the prefix shape, which I like. But it's also nice when they actually tell you what it's supposed to be. Come on. I've got too many of these now. Good grief. Okay, here we go. All right, okay. Look at that. Look at that. That's a nice table. We're going to get to that here in a minute. 890 F1. There we go. All right. Oh, need to rotate it. Tweak rotation. And we need to slide it over. And maybe make it bigger. Let's get the original map up for reference. Oh, Trinsic. I probably know more about you than the people who created you at this point. Okay, and once again, we're using Gargan. This is Gargan. He's the shipwright. We're using Gargan's house as our model because he's got literally everything in there. Alright, need to slide this over, and it should be about as big as this desk. Going to need to... Let's do that. Maybe a little too big. Try 1.2. Alright, that's a little too tall because some of the things that are supposed to be on the desk or on the table are now underneath it. There we go. That's better. This bag has been the bane of my existence for a while because, oh, well, it's not doing it now, but eventually, but sometimes at certain angles, it will transparency clip through the table. And oh, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. All right, this should be right up in the corner, which it is not. That's a bit too much. That looks pretty good, especially since here on the map, you can see that this book is standing up right on the edge of the table. And it looks like it's doing the same thing here. Might be in the wall a little bit too much. Yeah, there we go. Don't mind that. Yeah, 1.2 is too high. Okay, that'll do for now. Might wanna... No, width. Because it looks a little wider than the desk that it's sitting next to. Wrong. Width down, you dummy. Now we are going to... That looks pretty good. I like that. I like it. So we're going to save before we mess anything else up. I'm not doing that this week. Excuse me. All right. Let's see. Where's the working folder? Here we go. All right, so that's 890, frame 1. 890 frame 0 is another one of these lovely, lovely butcher block tables. Let's see if we can find one of those and fix it up. Pretty sure there should be one here, intrinsic somewhere. Should be facing right to left if I recall correctly. Ah, there we go. Here we go. Here's my broken cuboid version, and now we're going to fix it. $890.0. Alright, now we need to do the same thing we did to the other one. We're going to rotate it. If I recall correctly, the dim tweaks were something like 13... 12, 13, 11, something like that. Alright, let's look on the map. Guy with the blue tile floor. Oh, okay. This is one of those cases where it looks like it's up against the wall, but it isn't. There are a lot of things like this in the original Ultima 7 simply because their perspective hid the fact that there was possibly a spacing error here. I say possibly because, you know, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what the original designers were thinking. But if we get that candlestick positioned correctly. Okay, we're almost there. We almost got it. We can see that the hood here is almost hanging off the table. So, okay, that's too far. Candlesticks looks like it's right in the middle of the table, but the hood, the table isn't wide enough. Nope, not the height. Not that. Dumb bud. There we go. But now it looks like I'm going to have to actually move the table up next to the... One, two, three, four tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. Yeah. These legs are where they're supposed to be. So I'm guessing that the candlestick not being where it's supposed to be is an issue with the candlestick and not with the table. Alright, I think that one's fixed. Save. Alright, so that's 890 frame 0 and 890 frame 1. Alright, 890 frame 2. Oh, I love this table. And again, my cuboid version looks awful. So let's find one here in the world if we can. Red checked table. We may have to jump up to Britain. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we're going to have to, because I don't remember seeing one of these intrinsic. But Britain's got one of everything. Red checked table. Oh, okay. We're getting distracted, but I think we have a replacement for this one. 1018? Oh, not yet. Okay. Okay. Red check table. Red check table. Red check table. I thought I fixed all these chairs. Oh, I did. And then I had to revert because my shape table got corrupted. So I'm going to have to redo a bunch of work. But that's not where we're going to focus on right now. Shellum. Shellum has one of these tables. Where the hell is Jellum? I can't remember. Thanks, Gabe. Yep, where Dupre is. Is it Dupre or Dupree? I don't want to call him Dupree because that reminds me of Maxime Dupree, who was a WWE superstar. I think we found it. I think we found it. Ooh, look at, look at, nasty. Thank you. 971, 2. Oh, this isn't the right table, darn. Not the right shape, I should say. Island on the southwest. I don't know why it just makes me happy to just scroll over this world and just look at it. And I know I keep saying that, but I mean, what do you want from me? It does. More to the west. Oh, I think we may have hit the jackpot here. 890 F2, that's right. Alright, no more cuboid. We have an actual mesh. And this is 890-3. That is not the right table. Huh. Okay, this is definitely the did I mess something up here already? Mesh. 890_2. Okay, I think there's a bit of a... Okay, alright. This is 890_2. Let's switch this back to cuboid. But it looks like the model actually matches 890_3. Yeah. Point 1, 1.1, 1.3. Winter 01. First time chatter says, "Hi man. Cool. Hi Winter. Thank you for joining the stream." I'm about to sneeze again. One sec. So what I need to do is find an 890F3, frame 3 table somewhere. Okay, let's leave that since there's an issue. I'll need to rename that and then I can come back in and fix it. So let's look at something else. 333 is another table that he fixed. Is it this one? No, that's 1000. Which he actually fixed. Let's check it out. Noise look at that. What are you coding? I haven't seen this game before. This is a replacement engine for an old game called Ultima 7. This is Ultima 7 Revisited. The original game was top-down and 2D, and in fact here... Oh, not there. I always click on the wrong thing. Here is how the original game looked. It used an isometric perspective to present a 3D world in 2 dimensions, because 3D graphics weren't up to snuff yet, but they are now. So I'm going through and recreating the entire world in 3D, and eventually the whole game, which is an RPG, will be playable from beginning to end. And give me just 1 second and let me tweak this. Okay, there's the table. And you can see now that I've added rotation, and we have real 3D objects, and a lot of stuff is broke, but a lot of stuff also looks really good, especially in the 2D to 3D transition. I've been working on this project for about 2 years, and I'm hoping to get it to the point where it can be pseudo-playable by the end of this year. We'll just have to see. Okay, where am I? 302, 2545. Let's get the map up again. Who's got that little table in their house? Aha, there's a little table. Okay, we can see that that's not quite big enough. Let's start with 1.5 in every direction. Oh, okay, well that's too tall, but I gotta say, it's looking really good. Alright, already. I like such cozy games, I might try to play it. Ugh. The other thing that I want to do is, okay, I gotta show you guys this, if I can find it. Let's see, everything will probably help. If you guys don't have this tool, it's free, and it is the hard drive search that should be included in Windows, but isn't. If you search your hard drive using Explorer, it will take forever. But this is a utility called Everything, and it indexes everything on your hard drive, makes a database out of it, and then there it is, Calico Corner. Oh, that's the Unity version. Okay, never mind. That's all I've got? What about my backgrounds folder? Okay, I'm about to tell you guys something that I haven't actually told you previously. Once upon a time, a couple years ago, my youngest daughter came to me and told me that she wanted to make a game. She wanted to make a little live in a village game, sort of like My Time at Portia, or, you know, any of the other various live in a little village games that exist. She wanted everybody to be cats, and she wanted to call it Calico Corner. Okay, here we go. And my daughter is an artist. And by an artist, I mean she's a really good artist. And this is a piece of concept art that she came up with for Calico Corner. And when I saw this, I was like, okay, this perfectly matches what I wanted to do with my Ultima 7 remake. And so part of what I'm doing this for is so that I can create not just a replacement engine for Ultima 7, but a 3D real-time RPG thingy engine that she would be able to use to build Calico Corner. And it's taking a long time, but I'm not giving up. I want this to be, something that I can give to her, that she can use to make the thing that she wants to make, and, get her dream out into the universe. So, there. Sappy, sappy. One moment. I had to take a sip of Bruce Lee's favorite drink. What's Bruce Lee's favorite drink? Water! Alright, what were we doing? We were fixing this table. Hope you finished the project successfully. Thank you so much. I feel like I have... Do you use C++ or some specific engine to code it? My initial prototype was in Unity, but I felt that it was holding me back. So yeah, it's all in C++. It's my own engine. I use a game library called Raylib for graphics, sound, input. But other than that, the world loading, the world generation, all of the object interactions, the characters, that's all going to be on me. As well as this tool and the other tools I'm going to write, which this is the shape editor, which I'm using to fix the shapes in the game. I lost the table. Ah, there it is. No, that's another one. Huh. We got multiple tables of the same type here, which is good because I can test and make sure that once I fixed one, I fixed all of them. Where'd the other table go? I was rotating around and showing stuff, and okay, here's tables. Oh, I would be so glad. Someone's already got a replacement model. I think it is one Crash 007. I got a replacement model for this oven. I just haven't gotten it in yet. No, not the meat on the table. I want the table. There's the table. Okay. One second. Okay, here's the original table I was working on. Alright, it's supposed to be in the corner. It's supposed to come about halfway out. This picture is supposed to be right on top of it, so I think we need to make it lower, but wider. No, wider. Not less wide. Deeper. Here's the original. Here's the new one. That looks pretty good. Let's X move it up against the wall. Because in this case it actually is up against the wall. That seems okay. Good news is there's a whole bunch of other tables of this type in, like, here's another one, for crying out loud. So let's look at her. Is it a her? Oh, I think it is. I can't remember. Who is that? I can't remember. But yeah, if you look here on the original table, and you look here, they look pretty similar. I think that one's done. That was 1000, shape 1000 0. All right, what's the next one we've got? Let's see. Let's save that so we don't lose it. I learned C++ and afterwards plan to try SFML. Is it a good library to start? SFML. I haven't used that one. I think it's one of those. I think it's a similar. One second. Let me do a moment's research. Aha, yes. It's another game development library like SDL and Raylib. There's absolutely no reason not to use it. If it looks good to you, then use it. I'm sorry, I'm not talking where I'm supposed to be talking. If the library looks good to you, then use it. If other people say, no, you should use this instead, don't listen to them unless there's something that SFML can't do that you want to do. Okay? When the game gets compiled, no one's going to know what library you used. All they're going to care about is whether or not the game works. So SFML is fine, especially if you're learning. These are excellent libraries to learn game development with. It's cross-platform, just like SDL and Raylib. So go nuts, please. I love game development. Go away. Oh, I better turn my email off. Notifier for email. Disable all notifications for 2 hours. Stop giving away all my secrets. All right, but yes, SFML is fine. If that's what you want to start with, go nuts. It may be the only thing you ever need. But just anything that interfaces with C++ and can put stuff on the screen and read input from the keyboard and controller, that's all you need to get started making a game. And if something feels good to you, then use that. Don't listen to other people who want to go, oh, well, this is better. Oh, well, this is better. Oh, well, this is better. That will just cause you to jump from library to library to library without ever actually making a game. So don't do that. Got it. Thanks. All right. Good. Okay. What's the next shape? We did 890. We did 1000. Let's see. 964 is the next one. Oh, this table. Okay, we're going to have to bypass this one because as cool as it is, the original table, okay, let's see, where was that? There was one in Britain, wasn't there? This huge stone conference table type thing. Is the one in Lord British's castle? Not that one, although it's very similar. Yes, here it is. This is it. In the original game, the table is in 2 parts, which they can do because these are sprites. But when you take 2 models and stick them next to each other, there's always a seam between them. So I've already talked to one Crash about this, and he's going to remake the table as a single unit, and then we'll use it like that. So that was shape 964. We're not going to deal with that right now. Just writing down everything we've done and what we haven't yet. Let's see, 333. What is 333? Did we already do that? Why is my back button not working? Oh, UE programming is the worst. Oh, okay, all right, fine. We'll wrap around. 333 we're looking for. Oh, it's this small. It's the smaller table. All right, good. This is good. Wasn't I just looking at one of those? That's 1002, which means, and this is another thing that Ultima 7 does, and it has to do it by necessity, but it's so annoying. A table rotated horizontally is a different object than the same looking table rotated vertically. Very annoying, but it's just part of the engine. Here we go. Here's 333. Let's fix this up. All right, before we get started, let's find that object here on the original map. Pretty sure it's that. And I'm right. Excuse me. Oh. I just want to create my own first game, so I started learning C++ using a video playlist on YouTube with many lessons. Groovy. But it's a difficult language and I don't know how to memorize all feature. 100% true. You don't have to learn how to do everything in C++ to be able to make a game. In fact, there's lots of things in C++ that I never use. I never write templates. Ever. I never use multiple inheritance. Ever. These things just lead to code that's almost impossible to understand later when you have to come back to it. So don't feel like you have to learn everything about C++ before you can get started. Frankly, if you can write a logical comparator, like if, then, else, if you can write a loop, for, or while, and you understand structs, which allow you to, lay out the data of your game, that's all you need to really get started. And again, don't try to take on too much at once. Learning is an iterative thing. As you go through it, the amount of knowledge you gain gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So definitely try to make your first game, make it simple. A lot of people, myself included, when we encounter a new language, we have a simple arcade game that we like to make in that language just to teach ourselves the language. And mine is Centipede. I like to make the original arcade game of Centipede in the new language, really simply, just with shapes. But I feel like if I can do that, then I've got a good grasp of the basics of the language. Another good one would be Asteroids. Asteroids is a great starter game because you've got all of these things flying across the screen and you've got your ship and you can shoot them in any direction. You can move your ship around. It's just a great way to get the basics of how to do movement projectiles, collision detection under your belt. Now, what was I doing? Right, I was fixing this table. All right, we have a mesh. And that mesh is shape 333. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, it looks so nice. Well done. Well done. We have to turn it 90 degrees. Well done, One Crash 007. I should say that in a British accent. Well done, One Crash 007. Alright, now we need to tweak the dimensions. And it looks like we need to move it over on the X, maybe 1 unit. It is relief to hear. Oh, yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's an iterative process, and you don't have to do it all at once. Learn a little bit, learn a little bit more, learn a little bit more, learn a little bit more, learn a little bit more. And, you know, eventually you're going to look back and go, wow, I know so much more than I did. And I love learning. I love that feeling in my brain when it's making new neuron connections. I can feel my brain expanding. I love that so much. Oh. Okay, that's way too big. It's almost as big as the carpet, and it's supposed to fit inside the carpet. Actually, this is great because we can look at the feet compared to the carpet and make it look exactly like we should be able to. I don't think that sentence was grammatically correct, but hopefully I got it. I got the basics of it across. Okay. Okay, even at 1.0, it's still a little too wide. So let's shrink it down a bit. I think the height might be too low at this rate, but that looks like a good size. Thanks for the stream. It's motivated me. I'm going to sleep. It's late in Germany. You do that. I have a lot of German friends. I play a lot of old DOS strategy games, and for some reason, those were really, really popular in Europe, more so even than they were in the United States. And so, you know, I've got this huge community of people from Finland and Austria and Italy who I talk to on a regular basis. And so it's nice to meet someone else from Germany. Go do your thing. Okay, we need to move this. Oh, that's much better. Looks like we may need to tweak the height a bit. I don't think that's touching the books yet. 1.1. Okay, 1.0. Okay. Yeah, the books need to be on this side of the table, so we need to move it on the Z, -1 maybe? Okay, that looks pretty good to me. The legs are inside the carpet, just like they're supposed to be. the books are where they're supposed to be. It might be a little wide. Oh, I see. Because the feet go out in the original. I think I'm going to leave it. I don't think it's necessary to. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so that was shape 333. Let's see, we've done 333, we've done 890s, done 964. Or rather, we're not going to do 964 because that's the big stone table. We've done 1000. So now the next one should be 1001. Okay, I don't even know what table this is. I don't think I've ever even seen this in the world. Ugh, so much Z fighting. I know a lot of people are going to go, oh, it looks good. All I can see is the Z fighting right now. Gabe FX22 says, I've never seen it either. We may have to skip this one, and until I ask one crash. What the heck's that? I don't even know what that is. It looks like a table with a leather cover over it or something. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I gotta fix all that. Z fighting, the bane of my existence. Oh, a table with extendable sides. I think you're right. But the weird thing is, I would have expected there to be other frames where the extended sides are up, and I don't see it anywhere. Maybe in Minic. Okay, I think this is Minic. This? No. $633. No. Okay. Oh. A lot of times I forget to, to look on the second level of the game. Okay, I'm sure this isn't thrilling viewing, so why don't we make a note here? Need to find out. Where object 1001 is. What I really need to do is put in a feature that lets you pick a shape in a frame and then jump to it in the world. Alright, let's see. What else was there? 1003. That was the last one he had for now. See what that looks like. Oh, thank goodness. Because this table's everywhere and it looks like complete ass right now. Okay. Of course, we have to make sure we get the one pointing the right way. Actually, if I recall correctly, in Castle British, in the kitchen, look at that. I was right. They have one of each of these pointing in each direction, so I can fix both of them. All right. Mesh. Shape 1003. There we go. All right. Alright, this is good because it means that we can use the other table to make sure that this table has the right height. Alright, let's zoom the map. Here they are. Oh, and then they don't touch. So... Oh. Okay, they don't touch because this needs to be scooted up so it's flush with this, the edge of this wall. So I need to move it out of the... Okay, look at that. Look at... Yeah? Okay. Sorry. Talking to my wife for a second. Now, I wish I could fix this one. And I could. I could just use the same model and rotate it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. This was... No, not that. 1.2, 1. So we're going to do the same thing here. Mesh. That table was 1003. For this one, we're going to have to rotate it 90 degrees. This one needs to be... They're the wrong way. Every time I pick a direction, it's always the wrong one. Alright, these might be too big because I can't seem to get them. I need a nice, very clear, visible gap here. Not the width, the depth. I think that matches good. Okay, so this was 1.2.9. 1.2.9. Big money, big prizes. I love it. This does need to be... I want to be able to see the black outline around it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Save. And that's all of One Crash 007 stuff. And thank you so much, One Crash. All of these tables, I thought they looked fine when I did them as cuboids earlier. And it turned out that they were terrible. And we are slowly unterribling them, which is nice. And you are helping, so thank you, One Crash. Okay, now... It's already been an hour, and I still have stuff to show off. You guys aren't going to believe. Okay, I got to show you these because these are just amazing. Now we're going to start doing your aunt stuff. And one of the first things he's done is replace these scrolls with little 3D versions. Oh, you're okay. Just watch this. Just watch this. If I can find them. Okay, look at that. Look at that. The preview of coming attractions. But we're actually looking for this. It's an actual little 3D object. That's a little cylinder right there. Look at it. Look at it in the game. Oh my god. Look at it. It's beautiful. All right. Let's make sure the positioning is right. Let's head back to Trinsic. Go back to Gargan's house, because Gargan's house apparently has one of everything in it. And it's even positioned correctly. He also did a replacement for this flat piece of parchment. Let's see if I can get to it quicker by going backwards. 797, 3. Yep, there it is. Look at these three on the desk compared to these three in the original game. your rant, I don't want to, give out effusive praise or anything like that, but your rant really is a master at making 3D objects that fit the aesthetic of the original Ultima. He's doing such a good job. It's amazing. Not that, not that, and I don't mean to depreciate the work that the other artists are doing. Um, I just want to say that your aunt really seems to have a knack for that. Why is there a wrong cube here? The heck? What? Okay. Okay, I'll have to write that down, fix that later. That's not what we're here for today. So Gabe FX is actually your aunt. Um, I, I'm really glad that you were here to see me put all this stuff in the game and how well it works. I already did it once, and then like I said, my shape table got corrupted, and I had to revert it, and I lost all the chairs and stuff that I did last week or last stream, I should say. But I'll get it all fixed up again, I promise. Let's see the golden scrolls. The gold. Ah, here they are. Here they are. Here they are. Both of them. Mesh. Was that the open one? Yeah, it was. Ah. Man, just look at it. Ah. And it's almost perfect, just the way it is. Let's see, does that need to be... Looks like it's hanging over the edge of the table there, so maybe... Not the X. .2? So it's not right on top of the candlestick. Let's see how that looks up here. .3. Oh, I like it. All right, now let's do the closed one. Needs to become a drop down. I hate it, but it does. And here's the original right there. Right there. It's hanging off the table a little bit, just like it's supposed to. I think that's perfect. Oh. Mine got two, so I'm fixing the old ones and making better new ones. Ugh. Okay. Clearly, shapetable.dat is starting to become a problem. We're going to have to fix it. Or rather, I'm going to have to fix it. It's my database that I originally created. Oh, Ciberone, first time chat. The scrolls look wonderful. Can't wait for someone to replace those statues with the swords. Oh, I know, right? But that leads to something that we still don't know how we're going to figure out, which is how we're going to handle characters. Because however we draw our characters is how we're also going to have to draw those statues. Because statues is a gray character on top of a plinth. That's a fun word to say, plinth. Okay, apparently he has also fixed these columns. Let's see if I can get a list of what he's done here. 687.03. Let's see, is that one? Not the window. 920.03. Yeah, okay. No longer cuboid. Go away, cuboid. And it should be called pillar. He called them pillars. I'm pretty sure I put them in the folder. I must not have added them to the load list. One moment. Look through my myriad open folders and files here to find the model names file. There it is. Yep, I didn't add them. I'm sorry. This will just take a moment. Pillar 687.03. Pillar 687.04. Pillar 913.02. Pillar 913.03. Pillar 920.02. Pillar 920.03. That's it. Alright, added to the list. Let's rerun the game. Load the new list. And let's see. 920.03 ish. Pillar 920.03. That's it. Oh my god. Oh. It's so nice to see the jank go away. The jank. Alright, let's look at the originals and see how they look just exactly the same, of course, because it's your rant. There. That was 920.03. Good grief. Okay, these are 920.02. Pillar 920.02. Jeez Louise. It's really starting to come together. I need to get those chairs fixed up. This is 91302. Oh. Ciberone says, I don't particularly mind the NPCs as billboards, but the statues not so much. Love the project, by the way. Oh, thank you. This is one of my all-time favorite games. Yes, mine too. And there's something a little magical about seeing it in true 3D. It brings a feeling of solidity. It makes it feel like much more of a proper little diorama. Yes! Yes! I love that people are getting this. It's this little clockwork world. That was part of the magic of Ultima 7, and the other part was the story and the characters, and we're getting to that. Um, let's see, what were we? 91302. Let's see, were those bigger? No, they weren't, and they're in exactly the right place. So that was 91302, 92002, 92003. Let's see, 91303. And the thing about the NPCs as billboards, that would be fine, except that when I rotate, they don't change facing. In order for them to change facing, we need different faces. Now, of course, they had different facings in the original game, but they only have 4, up, down, left, right. And when I unslant them, those facings actually change to northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. What I really want is to have 8 facings for each of the characters and for each frame of the animation of the characters. That way, if you rotate, then the character looks like he's still facing in the correct direction. That's proven difficult. Britain's Fellowship Branch. Oh, Britain's Fellowship Branch. That's weird. They all look fine. Oh, no they don't. No they don't. No they don't. I found them. God, look at that. I should have never put that up. 913.3. Pillar 913.3. That's what we're looking for. That's it. God. I didn't have to tweak the dimensions. I didn't have to tweak the position. Just throw them in there. Thanks, man. You're you're killing it. Okay. So that's 913 and 920. We have pillar 687 as well. Let's see, what does that one look like? $687. You fixed these? Oh my god! Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. Oh, wrong frame, wrong frame, wrong frame, wrong frame. 687.3. Okay, I'm not sure. I swear to God. Well, I guess it's good that I'm getting, you know, spam, because it means I'm getting slightly more popular. You're banned. There. Okay, let's see. The standalone red pillars. I am not going north like I think I am. Uh-oh. My shape table is getting corrupted again. Why? What is going on? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, but my shape table is getting corrupted and I don't understand what's going on. I don't want to do any more work if it's just going to make the corruption worse. So I guess that's a task I'm going to have to fix this week. What is going on with the shape table? Oh, it's not okay. Okay. It's not getting corrupted. That was a mistake that I made. Oh. And your rant and Gabe FX is right on top of that. You substituted the pillar with the mountain model accidentally. Yes, I did. Okay, so where are 797 and 687? Those are standalone red pillars, right? Like these? $687. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let's see. All these pillars are still right? There's the scrolls, the lovely scrolls. These pillars are all still correct. Britain Fellowship Branch. These pillars are all still correct. Rare ones can be found in East Caves of Island of Fire. Oh, right. You mentioned that, and I actually wrote it down. Oh, that's not the Island of Fire. This is the Island of Fire. The East Caves of the Island of Fire. Ah, here we go. Here we go. 687, frame 3. Gonna fix you up. Hey, David. She's going to tips. All right.
Keep trying to stay good, Dad.
All right.
Be patient.
All right. I hope so too. All right. Love you too. Sorry, talking to my boy. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. All right, that was 687.3. Oh, and there's part of the amulet. The Amulet of Infinity. Let's see if I can find some other... Looking for 687.4 now. Should be... Oh! It's these! I was just looking at them and going, are those them? Well, I don't know. Here we go. 687.4. There we go. Draw type mesh. Pillar 687.4. Look at it. Look at it. Look at its majesty. Look at its glory. Look at it. These are going to be really interesting when I clean them up. Okay. All right, so that's 687. So let's see, what's 797? Because there's 4 of those. 797. Oh, no, that was it. Sorry. I'm looking at the shapes again now. We are really starting to knock this out. Oh, what then? I borked it. There. I unborked it. Okay. Really ecstatically happy with everything that Windcrash 007 and Urant have done. Very happy I was able to get that all in tonight and get so many things looking better in the game. All right, so that's the end of the U7R portion. I ran the poll 2 weeks ago about what game I should play tonight, and the answer was Wizard Civilization, which of course is Master of Magic. So let's get that going. It's got its own music, so actually I think I'm going to turn off the music because it's nice, but it's got really high tones, kind of ear-piercing, because, you know, DOS MIDI, what are you going to do? Okay, so let's talk about Master of Magic. First, let's talk about the community patch. The community patch is a patch for Master of Magic. It's not a replacement engine. It's an actual patched DOS executable with a whole bunch of new stuff in it. And I love it. I don't play Master of Magic any other way anymore. And I'll show you why as we play. So we're going to play. Here we go. Oh, that's loud. Box. You don't have to be that loud. Good grief. Okay, everybody be quiet for the intro.
Old man, you seek the spell of mastery. You have found the truth. My love has already met the spell. If that is the truth, then your work must stop.
Alright, we're going to start a new game. The game designer was Steve Garcia, who was one of the designers on the original Civilization 1. And in many ways, this is a better Civilization 1 with wizards. And I'm gonna show you everything about how that's gonna work. Hang on a second. Where are the options? Do I have to get into the game before I can do the options? That's possible. Okay. So, Master of Magic. You can have 1, 2, 3, or 4 opponents. You can't litter the entire map with opponents like you can in Civilization. I feel it's so much better balanced. Land size, this is not the size of the map. The size of the map is always the same. It's always 60 units by 40 units. This is the amount of land in the map. So, fair, is like continents. Large is like Pangea, or huge is like even better. Even more like Pangea. Tiny is archipelagos. We're just going to do fair. And you can turn magic up, making spells more powerful and faster to get. You can turn it down, de-emphasizing the magic part of Master of Magic. And one of the stupid ideas I've had at some point was trying to play this as Master of No Magic, where I have no magic, and I just play it as a Civilization game, and take over the enemy wizards with armies, which we'll get to, which I can't really do, and I'll show you why here in a minute, but that's how it is. So we're going to keep magic on 1. Now we've got this button here that says patch. Look at all this. This is all the stuff that the patch changes, or can change if you want it to. Now, I don't really care about any of these. All I like are the bug fixes and a couple little changes that it makes. So I'm not going to turn any of these on. These are fine. Now, we're going to click OK here. And here are the wizards that you can pick from. I love them. There's a huge variety of them. Practically every archetype is represented. And we can also create a custom wizard. And people who have played a lot of Master of Magic are probably going to say, Anthony, you're playing on easy. You can't play a custom wizard on easy, except that this is one of the things that the community patch changes. You can play a custom wizard on easy. Now, one of the things about the community patch is that practically every bug in the game favored the player. By fixing those bugs, we now favor we take that favor away from the player, and as a result, the game is slightly harder, which is one of the reasons why I'm playing on easy, because easy isn't quite as easy as it used to be. I don't care about that. I just love, I feel like, I would rather fight a fair fight against the CPU. Let's see, who am I going to be? I'm going to be Tyron because I love his goatee. I'll be ViridianGames, or just Viridian. Okay, this is where you pick, and you have 11 picks. You can pick 5 different types of magic. Some of them are mutually exclusive, like you can't have life and death magic at the same time. But other than that, you can, do it however you want. If you want to, and of course, if you go all nature, then you'll start with the more powerful nature spells. But every I still got the SNES music on. 1 second. Quiet you temporarily. This is still really bombastic. Fine. I can't get it any lower than that without turning it off. But not only do you pick your spell books, but you have abilities and other things up here that you can pick. And here's the first absolutely gobsmackingly amazing thing about Master of Magic. Oh, what does Famous do? Right click it. It tells you exactly what it does. Begins with 10 fame, doubles the chance of a wizard being offered heroes and mercenaries for hire and magical items for purchase. What does Charismatic do? It gives you a diplomacy bonus, and also allows you to hire heroes and mercenaries cheaper. What does an Artificer do? Oh. Yes, I know. Shut up. Reduces the cost of making magical items by 50%. So, anything you want to know about, right click it. It's pervasive throughout the entire game. Anything you want to know about, right click it. It's all you gotta do. If only Civilization had this. Oh. Anywho. I like to take Warlord because in the end it is a war game. And I like to take Artificer because Artificer allows your units to start with magic weapons. Let's see, I'm gonna take a couple nature because I want to try to get the map reveal spell. What is it? Earth Lore. There. That was it. It came up eventually. It always does. Let's see. Okay. But typically, I play Life. And the reason I play Life is because, again, I like to play this as a war game. I like to make armies and send those armies out to crush everybody. I'm not going to try to research the wizard tree all the way to the end and cast the spell of mastery, which automatically ends the game in your favor. I like playing the game as a civilization builder war game. And so I'm going to pick life because life is all about nummy buffs to your units. Are your units wounded? Heal them. Are they slow? Haste them. Are they weak? Strengthen them. Life's got all of that stuff. So that's how we're going to do this. All right, I'm going to click OK here. Let's see. Water walking. Oh, that's so good. Earth lore. I gotta take earth lore. Water walking is great because, you know, it lets your units walk over water. And now we can have a whole bunch of life spells. And again, what does Bless do? Oh, it affects one unit and adds 3 to the target's defense and resistance against all death or chaos related spells. What does Starfires do? Causes a holy blaze of burning light from the stars to fall upon the target. This game has a better UI UX than almost any other strategy game I've ever played. Okay, we want Guardian Spirits. What are we going to give up for it? Oh, Just Cause is good. I like Just Cause. Upgrading your fame is great, but I like this part. It reduces the unrest in all of your cities. Holy Armor, again, it's a buff. Holy Weapon, buff. Healing, buff. It's just exactly like I told you. What am I going to give up for Guardian Spirit? Because I want Guardian Spirit. What am I going to give up? What am I going to give up? Okay, I'm going to give up Heroism to get Guardian Spirit. What does Guardian Spirit do? It summons a wonderful unit, early game unit. This is a fantastic scout because it's a ghost. It can fly over water. And it's actually pretty tough. Tough enough that you can, you know, get some goody huts early on. And you can also use them to meld with nodes. Alright, and I'm gonna cheese the heck out of the game by playing Halflings. Halflings are the OP race in the game. Seriously. Halflings are the best. Orcs? No. High Elves? No. Men? No. Halflings. And I'll tell you why in a minute. And I'm gonna be green, of course. I love this music, it's so darn good. Alright. Bremen, that's fine. Okay, and we've got Halflings. We've got Halfling Swordsman. Now, this is why Halflings are OP. Notice that because they're smaller, they have 8 figures in their unit. A Halfling unit is 8. A normal unit is 6. That means that Halflings get 2 extra attacks every time they attack. Yes, they're weaker, but guess what? Life magic fixes that. And especially once they get enchanted weapons and armor, they are just going to mow down anything that comes across them. Okay. These guys are regular, they've got shields, and they're lucky. Oh, right, lucky. Luck adds +1 to all of the unit's rolls, including attack, defense, and resistance. Halflings are OP. Okay. Oh, no. I wanted to dismiss the pop-up, not the... And we've got some spearmen. Okay. Now, look at this pane right here. This pane shows all of the units on this square. Right now, those units are grouped together. If you move one, you will move all of them. How do you know? Because they have a green background behind them in this pane. If you want to separate them, click one. It no longer has a green background, which means it's no longer part of the unit. If I move now, the spearmen will move, but the swordsman won't. Click again, and when I move, they will both move. This makes managing armies so much easier than in the original Civilization. And I love this game so much. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's start exploring. Alright. Now that we're in the game, click on settings, and we're actually going to turn on this off this background music because it gets kind of repetitive. And now we can turn back on the relaxing SNES music. There we go. Okay. Alright, so first things first, let's explore. And now that we've ended our turn, the first thing we're going to do is start researching a new spell. Excuse me. Let's see, what do we want? Earth to Mud, that's good for crowd control. You've got a bunch of halfling slingers. You don't want people, charging them. So you can cast Earth to Mud, that's good. Water walking, I think that's got such utility that I think we have to get that first. Okay, let's see. Alright. From when we played Civilization, you may remember that there were 3 ways that your trade could be split up. Gold, science, and luxuries. We've got something kind of similar here. When we get mana, which we do every turn, it can be applied to one of 3 things. It can go into our mana stockpile, we can use it to research new spells, or we can raise our skill, which causes spells to cast less, have a better chance of succeeding and not getting dispelled. And basically just, makes us better casters. And you can do this thing where you lock these bars. You can, put everything into one thing, do it equally, etc., etc., etc. It's it's the sort of thing that you're familiar with. Oh, and these gems represent the 4 opponents in the world. They're all empty because we haven't met anybody yet. All right, let's see. I'm not casting any spells. Oh, here we go. Let's see. We need to start summoning a guardian spirit. That's going to require 80 mana. We have 3. And we get 3 every turn. So it's going to take a while. So in the meantime, let's just... look around. Oh, here we go. Alright, we have a... these are called goody huts. And in this case, unlike in Civilization, they're all defended. Something is guarding whatever's inside. A few zombies, we can probably do that. And check out the tactical map. This game has tactical combat. Instead of the weird yes or no combat in the original Civilization, here you can... Oh, I wish I'd made some slingers. Alright, that's okay. Alright, maybe I should just wait for them to come to me. Yeah, let's just wait for them to come to me. Done. 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 Right. Okay, I right-clicked. Right-clicked. That did not go my way. Ooh, okay. Flee. Do you wish to flee? Yes, I do. Poop. I lost a whole unit. Alright, here I thought things were gonna be a little easier than that. Alright, now let's talk about cities. Cities can use everything in the highlight area. Again, this is called the Fat Cross. It's the exact same thing as in Civilization. Let's see. We need to start building buildings in this city that will allow us to make better units. Let's see. So let's change this. We're going to build a builder's hall. Oh wait, do we already have one? What have we got? Barracks. Oh, we got a builder's hall. Let's see. Do we have a granary? Smithy. Summoning circle. Okay. Granary. Now, one big difference between this game and Civilization is that you don't work these squares. You don't send settlers out to improve these squares. You get what you get. So you have to think really hard about where you put your cities because they're not going to get any better after you place them, except in certain circumstances. All right, and we're building a granary for the same reason, you build a granary in Civilization, so your city grows faster. These are our units. These guys are making food. This guy is building. If we have some guys over here who look unhappy, they are unhappy workers who don't produce anything. And again, we have to find ways to placate them to get them to do what we want. Right now, this gap means that we are producing one more food than we need, which is great. It's going to go into the granary. When the granary fills up, the population grows. Just like in Civilization. Alright, let's just continue to explore. Grown to a population of 5. Giant spiders. No. Scouting these things is good. Even if we don't have what we need to conquer them and get their goody stuff inside. Ghouls. Nope. Not till we get some backup. Alright. Granary. Now we're going to grow even faster. Again, rebels. Rebels. Rebel scum. Alright, let's see. How do we fix this? Well, there are buildings that can reduce unhappiness. Posting military units in your cities reduces unhappiness. Casting Just Cause or something similar reduces unhappiness. I need to get around to that. Let's see. What are we going to make? We're going to make a shrine. Reduces the unrest level by 1. So that guy will get to work. Now, we can click here to change, what everybody's doing. with this, which is what it was on, we're producing 2 more food, or, you know, double the food that we normally would, which means the city's going to grow real fast. But I would much rather have it grow slightly slower so that we can build stuff faster. And this is our mana, and this is our gold. One sec. Alright. We may be on an island. I don't know if that's good or bad yet. Oh, look at this! Hero for hire, 100 gold! Bagtru, the Orc Warrior. 2 moves, upkeep 2 gold a turn. Melee high, range none, armor pretty high, resist pretty high, hits fairly high. Okay, he's got leadership, which is stupendous because it buffs everybody else in the stack with him. Typically, armies in Master of Magic consist of 6 units, a hero, and then 5 other units that they travel with. Mountaineer. He crosses mountains faster. Thrown 3. Thrown weapons allows an attacking unit to hurl its thrown weapons before engaging in hand-to-hand combat. This ability does not work when counter-attacking against an enemy assailant. Says he has no range, though. Alright, well, he's cheap as chips. He's only 100 gold. I don't see any reason not to go ahead and take him. And he can stay back, True, that's fine. Oh, and he just made a level. +1 hit points, +1 resistance, +1 attack, +1 defense, and now he's Myrmidon level. That's great. Alright, here's Bagtru. We're going to come down here and have him link up with my halflings. An orc leading halflings. Who'd have thunk? Alright, again, they both have the green background. These units are linked. So they will now move together. They will, of course, move at the speed of the slowest. Bremen has grown to 6. Great! Okay. Bagtru has Mountaineer, so he isn't slowed down by mountains. So these came unlinked. Which is why you want to make sure that you buff all of your regular units with the same abilities that your heroes have, so that the heroes don't leave them behind, which we're going to do here in a minute. Okay. Spotted zombies within the Fallen Temple. Do you wish to enter? Alright, let's see. Bagtru is an orc. Why is Bagtru the only one on the map? Bagtru has thrown 3. Zombies. They're not that bad. I keep right-clicking. Alright, yeah. He should win this. Fuck a duck. I swore again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright. Well, I just lost my first hero. If this were a normal game that I was playing for my own amusement, I would restart. I can't believe I lost that. And I guess they weren't linked. These spearmen who could have really helped him out. Yep, they weren't linked. Poop. All right. Okay. Hate to say it, I know we didn't spend a lot of time on this game, but I'm getting tired and I'm starving. Um, so I think I'm gonna call it here. Play this game. You will be amazed at how advanced it is. How much better it was than Civilization, even though it came out less than a year later. And I really wish that there was a version of the original Civilization that had the advances that this game did. Um, so I guess that's it. We got a lot of stuff done with Ultima 7 Revisited. Hey, GameFX says, I will definitely try it. It's cheap as chips on GOG.com. DLBSP83 says, looked fun. See you next time. Thank you. So, love you all. You're all amazing. Next week, expect non-art stuff. I've been relying on my artists too much. It's time to show off some actual, advancement in the game towards being playable. I have this week off. I'm gonna hit it hard, and I'm hoping that next weekend I'll be able to show characters as containers, and the conversation system. And I guess that's it. I'll see y'all next weekend. And let me get my cursor back from DOSBox. Thanks for the stream. See ya. Have a great week. Oh, you too. Oh, thank you so much.